What's up, folks? Honey's Morning Update. September 7th. All right, so we have 71 as the high. I mentioned 71 briefly yesterday because it's the mid from whatever day this was. I think it was Tuesday of last week. 51's your low, and we are at the lows. Apple and NVIDIA are both dying. That happened at 4 a.m. Eastern, so I'm not quite sure as to what the drop was for. Upside, first target's 88. There's some cleanup needs to be done from yesterday up to 88 would be that first target. Then I would go into this really 96 to 4,500. We get above that, then it's just a bunch of traffic up here. So, it's hard to say what it would, where it would go. 45.20 or, 1620 would be my educated guess, and that would probably be the most on the upside if we got up there. But I would expect if we rallied from here that we would probably hit that 88 and then maybe drop or possibly the 5,000. I don't know. This seems pretty bearish today, so it would need something for quite the reversal. Downside, you had yesterday's low of 47.44 was my line in the sand I was watching. 49.5 was a previous day high, so it kind of split the hairs and then popped right back up. So we're still going to watch the 444. Here's that level. And then below that's going to be your 44.20 and 44.10. It's going to be substantial. And then you got 43.84. 43.87 really, that level. So I don't see us. My guess is if we dropped, it would head into this 44.10 area if the 20 didn't hold. But I don't know. Again, they could park it down here on the 34 prior to that. We'll have to see. But again, I don't know, man. We are on the lows. Apple, and it was a decent reversal yesterday. It just didn't quite, we haven't seen that reverse where it dips and then it's all hands on deck buying all the way up. So, I don't know. I feel a little bit more confident putting shorts on in this environment just because we're not seeing the rip your face off rallies. Now, once I say that, of course, it'll happen. I'm just saying that we haven't seen that yet. 443, it's upcoming S1. Pivots 73. 44.16 S2, I really like that. And then 43.86, I love that on S3. 4,500 R1, I like it. 30 is a little high. I think the 20 is more accurate. And then 56. Here's your daily. We are well below the 50 now, coming into the 100. I don't see anything crazy on that, but we are above two of the spaghettis. 44.10 here is really kind of what I'm, so we got a mid, a low, a pivot. So that area is why I said it would probably hold if we lost the 44.20. I'm going to watch that to hold. In the extreme, we have that 43.50 low. Remember that was just at that pierce and then pop. And we rallied like 100 points from that. Anyway, so that's what I'm watching. We still have a roll gap down here for 43.07. And pretty soon we're going to have another roll gap because we're going to roll next week. So we have roll gaps. I don't know much if roll gaps or anything, but anyway, I'm just going to talk about them because they're there. 45.28 is your retrace right up here. That has somewhat held. 43.09 is next. I wouldn't worry about that. Please remember this 41.55.35. We will come back to this level at some point because there's too much volume for us not to return. I'm not saying we go through it and die. I'm just saying my thing is we'll have to venture into it again. Whether it holds or not, I don't know. Euro yesterday held the 107 level and bounced. It is testing it right now. So we'll see if this continues lower. Again, I still assume in the next year or so this will just die, but it hasn't. Apple again right here. Look at that, 78, 82, so down $4. Cash gap from yesterday, 96 to 90. That's great. We could that if we bounce, that could be a level to watch for sure. That 90 or 96. Downside 44.15.05. That's kind of in play. On the extreme downside, if I could see the 44.15 sticking. And that would kind of coincide with our 44.20 ES because I think the gap is only 5 or 6 now. So that's about it. I'll be in and out of the room all day, but definitely watching price action. So please be careful when we're already 20 down, 29 down, and on NQs down. So we got all three indexes down, and we were down yesterday. So let's, I don't know. It'll be an interesting trade. Please be careful.